Hi guys and welcome to our video for today the 22nd of June 2026. So let's go through my watch list, what is in it and how we're going to trade these stocks. I'm going to look at the 5-minute time frame for some moves into power hour for some day trades. Then I'm going to look at the 4-hour time frame to see what we need to hold these stocks overnight and into tomorrow morning. Then we're going to look at the daily time frame to see what we need to hold them for longer than just a day or two and potentially for a few days and even a couple of weeks for a swing trade. So let's get right into it, starting here with NXTS. So starting on the 5-minute here. Going to mark the high here, the up thrust 23.8, and put it in a big falling wedge pattern like this. And this one needs to break over 18 for a day trade. It's currently in the range between 15 and 18, and a break beyond 18 by a couple percent or a 1 minute crinkle up close over 18 would see it run at least 8 to 10% and a gap up towards 23 the next level on this. And a 25-30% sort of move from that 18 resistance in towards 23 if that were to happen for a day trade in power hour, whilst feeling profits plus 8 to 10% around there. However though, looking at this, it doesn't look great. I'm starting to sell off a little bit. If we were to lose 11 on this, it would be completely done for any sort of trade, a day trade, swing trade, even holding it overnight. I just wouldn't want to be in this beneath 11. So if it loses 11, this stock, NXTS, wouldn't want to be in it at all on that one. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what we need to hold it overnight. Excuse me. So a 4-hour green candle close over 15 would see a run up towards 18 again, probably higher towards 20 to be honest, with a little spike and wick through. I would just focus on a plus 20% first target. To be honest, once we get a 4-hour green candle close over 15 by end of today or end of tomorrow 4 p.m. Eastern time, and then looks okay, just because it'll engulf the resistance that it's currently rejecting from, not only on this candle but this candle as well, both candles, so once it gets over there it'll be more comfortable and run up 20% from entry. So that's what I need to hold it overnight. If you don't get that overnight, if you don't get that 4-hour crinkle close over 15, I won't look to hold it overnight. So okay, looking at the daily time frame, so I'll go off the 4-hour first, and then the daily, I would wait for a 1-day green candle close over 23, because we're currently rejecting from the resistance of 15 and the 200 simple moving average, and also have a big strong wick against 23 here, the 1-day resistance, and also around 22, which is 200 exponential moving average. So it's the 23 resistance being strengthened by that 200 exponential moving average for the death cross, which is currently giving us a massive barrier in avoiding continuation. So daily green candle close over 23 would be good to hold this for a period of time until it hits 33, the next level in my opinion, which is around a plus 35 to 40% first target on that. Just looks good, that one. So keep an eye on it over 23 for a swing trade. Excuse me. Over 18 for a day trade and over 15 for holding it overnight on that one. NXTS, and if it loses 11, it is done. So you can write that down. Next is SKYQ. So going on the 5-minute time frame here, actually looks quite good on the 5-minute. I just don't know if we have time to break this resistance in power hour. So again, marking around the up thrust and converging this negative trend line into a falling wedge pattern, which has been accumulating all the way from basically 12 till now around 2:30. Excuse me. So typically the larger the consolidation pattern, the larger the breakout. So if we were to have a breakout over 2.15, it'd be a good one. Probably continuation in towards 2.7 for around a 25% sort of move from there, 20-25%. So it looks good. However, though, we are currently against a negative trend line like this and rejecting. So until we break that, we are going to continue rejecting, and the best way to do that is by breaking over 1.9 on the 5-minute time frame, because this orange line here is the Bollinger Band center. When we're beneath this orange line, we're 65% more likely to remain beneath the orange line. It's basically the line in the center of the chart for me, and since we lost it here, 12:45, we've only wicked above it once, and just it's been a resistance for us for the past hour and a half. So hope we need to get above it 1.9, then we can think about breaking 2.15 and carrying on as well towards 2.7. So and to be honest, if we lose 1.7, I've got no interest in this one for a swing trade or holding it overnight or for a day trade. It's probably going to gap down towards 1.5, then 1.35, and just continue going down, testing the new support. So there'd be the 60 EMA support here, and you've got your 1.7 support obviously here. And if you were to lose that, you're testing here, 1.5 basically, then 1.35. So it's just like, it's like levels, levels in Mario, and you just keep on going, obviously to the next level, the next level, the next level. That's how moving averages work. But obviously, we're looking at an adverse effect here, downside effect. So we've got the 60 EMA here, then we go to the next level, 1.7. Then we get beyond there, we go down, etc. And it just doesn't look good if we lose 1.7, in my opinion. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame then, and see what we can see for holding this overnight. So we need a 4-hour green candle close over 2.7 on this for holding it overnight, because we're currently rejecting from the 60 EMA here, so we need to engulf that death cross and then build upon it and have a 4-hour green candle close over 2.7. I wouldn't trust it over 2.15 because it's got resistance here at 2.5 to 2.45. So I don't really trust it at over 2.15. I'd wait for 4-hour green candle close over 2.7. And if we were to lose 1.35, sorry, if we were to lose 1.7 on this on the 5-minute time frame, it would be a non-applicable trade for anything anyway. So let's go to the daily time frame. So it doesn't look good for holding it overnight. SKYQ. And that's sort of strengthened by the current one-day candle rejecting from the Bollinger Band Center. This time we're doing it on the daily time frame, so 65% more likely now to remain beneath this orange line, as you can see with all these series of days beneath the orange line since we lost it here, 23rd of April, been beneath it for a while, and we're rejecting from it right now. So I would wait for a daily, green candle close over 2.15, and then we should breeze past 2.7 to be honest, and come to the next moving average of around 3.2, call it 3.1 to 3.2, so around a 40% first target. 35 to 40% first target, I'd call it just to be safe. The daily green candle close over 2.15. So that does actually look good for a swing trade, to be honest. Over 2.15 daily green candle close if we get it. So that kind of overrides the 4-hour, doesn't it? Waiting for that 2.7 break. So the daily has more weight to this, and just focus on the daily if you want to swing this and hold it overnight. So SKYQ looks okay for a swing trade if we get over 2.15 in the daily. The daily green candle close over that level. Now we're going to finish on EHGO, going to the 5-minute time frame, and yeah, the market's not good today. I did have a red trade today on FTEK, but we've got after hours to make it up, and obviously the rest of the week to make it up. But generally everything looks like this, and just fake outs, not doing too well. So I'd be cautious of any day trades for power hour. But you know, we've got a negative trend line here, similar to the previous stock we looked at, converge it into a falling wedge like we always do. And it looks okay over 4.3. I was watching this over 4.3 to be honest. The only issue is here, 200 simple moving average at 4.4 on the minute time frame. As I only take trades above 1 moving averages in the 1-minute and 5-minute time frame. So that's an issue, but generally looking at it now, a 1-minute green candle close over 4.3 or 2-3% push over 4.3. Should see it run at least 8% from entry and gap up towards 5.3, the next resistance on this. However, if we lose 3.6 in this, it's done for any sort of trade, because again, similar to previous stock, you lose this support, come into your next level here, basically the same area of 3.2 to 3.1, and once you lose that, you're coming down to 2.8, and it's just, you know, momentum is to the downside. It's been just in a downtrend for around 2 hours now. So it's, you know, we need to get over 4.3 to reverse that, otherwise it's going to keep on going down, you know. So beneath 3.6, we've got no interest for this for a day trade, or holding it overnight, or any sort of swing trade. So going to the 4-hour time frame, if you really want to hold this stock overnight, you need a 4-hour green candle close over 4.3, and we should gap up towards 6.8. It does look quite good if that were to happen. And that'd be around 45 to 50% first target on this one. The 4-hour green candle close over 5.3. Actually looks quite good in the 4-hour. I think this one could be a multi-day runner, based off the 4-hour structure. So it's a 4-hour falling wedge. So this one must have pumped up last week on the 17th apparently, whenever that was, Wednesday. So yeah, sold off, and now it broke its downtrend like that, and then shot up. So yeah, it's basically a 4-hour falling wedge. And if we were to break over 4.3, have a 4-hour green candle close over 4.3, it hit 6.8 again. So around a 40-50% first target, isn't it? Yeah, not bad. So keep your eyes peeled on that by end of today, end of tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Just remember though, beneath 3.6 doesn't look good, and probably non-applicable for any sort of trade. Daily time frame wouldn't go off it, to be honest. We've got to focus on the 4-hour first, and the daily time frame we've got resistance here, 200 MA, resistance here, 200 EMA. So going off the daily, you've got to avoid it really until we get a 1-day green candle close over 6.8 for continuation in towards the next resistance of 9. So you know, let's go one step at a time. Let's have a 4-hour green candle close over 4.3. Then maybe we get daily candle close over 6.8 and we hit 9. You know, let's go one step at a time. This one probably looks the best for holding it overnight and on the 4-hour. This one, EHGO. So make some notes and make sure not to miss it. So yeah, it looks okay, but again, this is day trades. I am a day trader, so looking at all this and just seeing day trades not being that great, it does make me a bit wary of the market conditions, etc. But I mean, this one looks really good over 4.3 on the 4-hour time frame. So just be careful for power hour. That's all I'm trying to say. And yeah, keep your eyes peeled on these price levels in the 4-hour and daily candles. So thanks for watching, guys, and catch you all tomorrow.